The old woman sat on the porch swing, its chains groaning in protest as she slowly shifted. Her gnarled hands clutched a steaming mug, but her eyes were distant, staring into the woods as if seeing something only she could see. Grandson, a young man with the build of a beanpole and the curiosity of his namesake. Peter Pan never quite understood his grandmother's stories. Most folks in Hollow Creek thought Gran was a bit touched, and asked her to tell him the story that had been dancing in her eyes when he came out to get the mail. Pa had gone into town to see the doctor, and Ma had sent me to fetch some things from the store while she finished up supper. I don't rightly remember what all I fetched, but I do recall Pa wanting some tobacco, and Ma needing some more flannel for a new shirt. I followed that light for what felt like hours. The path grew darker and narrower until it opened up into a small clearing, and there, in the middle of it, stood an old house. Was his grandmother really telling him that she had almost become a vampire all those years ago? How could such a thing have happened? Looked like it belonged to someone who'd walked out the front door and never come back. The windows were dark, and the porch swing creaked in the wind. That's when I heard it. A voice soft and sweet like the song of a mockingbird. It called out to me, beckoning me closer. And since the storm was brewing, I made haste to get home. I wanted to run, to scream, but I couldn't move. It was like the voice had put a spell on me, drawing me closer and closer until I was right up on the porch. But I know what I saw, Peter Pan, and every Halloween, when the veil between our world, Peter Pan knew that his grandmother's story was true. For in her eyes he saw the darkness of the endless night, and he heard the whisper of the ancient evil that lurked just beyond the veil. And theirs is at its thinnest. I hear her voice calling to me still, calling to me from beyond the grave, urging me to join her and the others in their eternal slumber. But I never have, and I never will, because I know that once you step foot onto that porch, there's no turning back. You either join them or you become like them. Then the door opened and I saw the most beautiful woman standing in the doorway. She had skin as white as bone and hair as black as midnight, and she was smiling, Peter Pan, smiling real slow and real wide, showing teeth that were too sharp and too numerous. She stepped out onto the porch and beckoned me closer still. I remember thinking how nice it would be to have a mother like that, and I woke up. The old woman sighed, her shoulders slumping slightly as if burdened by the weight of the tale she was about to tell. She spoke often of strange lights in the sky and of whispering voices that only she could hear. Was his grandmother lost in the woods that night all those years ago? Had she seen something unexplainable, or was she just making it all up? But Peter Pan was different. He didn't laugh at his grandmother's stories. He believed there had to be more to them than just madness. And so it was on a blustery autumn evening not long before Halloween that he sat on the porch steps. It was a night much like this, she began, her voice raspy from age and disuse, that I was walking home from the general store. She paused, her gaze drifting to the darkened trees across the road. Seems like every time I turn around, there was a flash of lightning followed by a crack of thunder that made my bones rattle inside of me. I hurried along, clutching the packages close, making sure not to let the rain soak them. Then I saw it. A light in the distance, dancing between the trees like a will-o'-the-wisp. You stopped, unsure if I should go towards it or away from it. Curiosity got the best of me, I reckon, because I walked right into the woods after it. Peter Pan leaned forward, his eyes wide with wonder. The old woman continued, her voice barely a whisper now. I stopped again, her eyes glistening in the firelight. Peter Pan gasped, jumping to his feet. Gran finished her story with a shaky voice. When I tell the rest of the family these tales, they laugh and say I dreamed it all. As the last embers of the fire died away,